Well, hello, fellow marketers. I hope you're having an amazing day today. So, today in this video, I'm going to talk about something which is very important for people who are learning to become a digital marketing expert or a PPC executive. This is all about learning the science of campaign optimization. Now, when I was learning Google Ads or digital marketing, I thought it's all about learning how to launch the campaigns. So, it was easy for me to simply launch my Google Ad account, then I was able to create search campaigns. In fact, I was able to create all the campaigns in a very easy way. So I started with launching the search campaigns by adding some keywords along with the ad text. Then second was having a display campaign, which was all about adding ad creatives, which means banners, and then targeting people by the interest. But then I realized, okay, now from now here, I also have to learn the science of shopping campaign. Now, shopping campaign is something which is quite a hurdle for you if you're not having a e-commerce website, because shopping campaign only allows you to run ads in the case of a merchant center account, which means you have to upload the products first in the merchant center. Anyway, so I thought, okay, let's not look into shopping campaign. I learned video campaign. I learned a couple of more campaigns, and then I realized, and I thought, in fact, okay, now I have become a PPC executive. But then I miserably failed. And then lately I realized, okay, it's not only about launching all these campaigns. Becoming an expert is Google Ad is not that an easy way. Apart from launching the campaigns, you also have to learn the science of campaign optimization. Because just by launching the campaign, you may start getting the clicks against the campaign, you may start getting the impressions, and maybe you also spend some money against these campaigns, but yet you hardly achieve results from that campaign. Your campaign will not be able to deliver conversions for the client. And until you know how to drive results, until you know how to drive sales for the for the projects, you simply have not become a digital marketer. So now in this video, we're going to talk about how do you optimize the campaign using 7 different ways, using 7 different levels, which just starts with having a daily budget. So the level one is all about daily budget, which makes sure that your campaign daily budget is being consumed. So when you launch any search campaign or a display campaign, you have a dedicated daily budget. You simply have to make sure this budget is getting consumed on the daily basis. Then you have to make sure the keywords that you have added in the account are serving the right search queries. The keywords are going to the right audience. Then you have to make sure that you are not bidding very heavily on these keywords. So you always have to bid against the keywords. In level 4, you have to make sure the keywords which you have added are getting the right quality score. Otherwise, you will be getting charged very heavily by Google. At level 5, you have to make sure now you are using the right bidding strategy. Bidding strategies are divided in different ways. So you simply have to assign the right bidding strategy to the campaign at the right time. At level 6, we will look into how do you improve the campaign optimization score and also how to apply the Google's recommended options. At level 7, we will look into if you are able to target your ads to the right audiences, or you should remove any audience or any network from the campaign. At level 8, which is our last level, we'll be looking into how do you add audience list or use different audiences to narrow that visibility. So in total, we have different ways of optimizing the campaigns. Let's start with the daily budget. Now, I'm going to take the example of this project, which is springtails.shop. It's an e-commerce store. Now, for this store, in the previous videos of this course, we have simply launched this campaign, which is Springtails and this core search at the budget of 200 rupees a day. Now, we can clearly see that this campaign has generated 11,000 impressions and received 49 clicks at the CPC of 4.64. And overall, we have spent around 227 rupees on this campaign. Now, the scenario number one is when our daily budget is not getting consumed. In fact, this happened in our case. In this campaign, the daily budget was not getting consumed. Now let's see what all parameters we have to check when this daily budget is really not being consumed. Cool. Number one, it's quite possible that you have added a lesser number of keywords in the campaign. And these keywords are simply not consuming your available budget. Then you simply have to come into the ad groups of the campaign. You have to get into the different keywords of those ad groups, and you simply have to add additional keywords in that campaign. Having additional keyword means now more people will be able to see your ads against additional keywords, and the chances of getting daily budget consumption will go high. Number two, you improve or increase the daily bid limit. So what you do whenever you make a search campaign, let's say if I simply come back into this campaign, which is springtails.search, we have a daily bidding limit or the click limit of 10 rupees. This is our maximum CPC, which we have applied at the campaign level. Having a bidding limit of 10 rupees means nobody or Google cannot charge us beyond 10 rupees. We are not willing to pay beyond 10 rupees to Google. In that case, it's quite possible that Google, if the keyword bidding limit or the keyword bidding requirement is high in the market, sometimes it also happens that the competition goes high and then Google is asking us to pay more for getting clicks. Then we simply have to increase this keyword bidding amount from 10 to 12 maybe. And simply by increasing couple of numbers over there, will start consuming our daily budget. At location at level 3, at DB3, which is level which is under this option only, we have to add more locations. Now, let's say we are targeting our ads to Delhi or maybe Mumbai, but then campaign is not again consuming the daily budget. In that case, again, you have to make sure that you can add couple of more locations in the campaign. Now, maybe you start adding some states of India, or maybe you start targeting the entire country. But doing so means your ads will be going beyond the target location. So you have to take a client's approval. It should not be happening that you are targeting your ads beyond the client requirement, beyond the project requirement, and then you are just simply getting your budgets consumed. So you have to make sure the locations which you are targeting are also approved as per the project or as per the client. So you simply have to come over here and start adding the locations in the campaign settings. Then we have the mesh types. Now, mesh type is a very important parameter. Now, when you add any keyword in the campaign, you simply add these keywords in broad match, in phrase match, or in exact match. Like if I simply take you to the keywords of this campaign, we have it in these different mesh types. But now having it in broad match means your keywords are getting shown to the highest number of people because broad match is broad in nature. And if I compare broad with exact, then the ads will be showing up to the lowest number of people. It will be showing up to the lowest search terms. So now let's say if you have added your keywords in exact match, then it's quite possible in these cases that the searches are very, very low. In fact, if you look at these keywords, you will be finding phrase match keyword, no spin is having the very high impressions, very high clicks as well as compared to the keywords in exact match. Now in that case, you simply have to change your keywords bidding from exact match to phrase match, or maybe from phrase match to broad match. So you have to go from the higher match type, maybe from exact to phrase or from phrase to broad, so that your searches goes higher this time. Then we have the bidding strategy. Okay. So I have seen people who are launching the campaigns, they want to go with the target CPA bidding strategy because target CPA ensures that you always get conversions in your campaign. But when you're starting the campaign, then target CPA does not really drive conversions. You need to get some clicks first. So let's say if you're going with this bidding strategy, which is not even recommended right now. Let's say you go with maximize conversions with a target cost per action of 500 rupees, which means now you are telling Google to give you a sale at the cost of 500 rupees. And if you don't have the initial data in the account, it's quite possible that your campaign will not even perform. It will not even start getting impressions and clicks. You simply have to come into this bidding option, into the bidding settings of the campaign, and simply put it to the maximize click bidding strategy. Then we have the audience targeting. Now, this audience targeting plays very vital role in the case of display campaign because in display you target your campaign in different ways by adding audiences, by adding topics, by adding placement or demography. So you simply have to add different audiences in a display campaign. So adding audiences display same as adding keywords in a search campaign. You simply have to make sure you're having the right audiences over there. This is the audience tab, which is very actively available in display campaign. In search also we get this option, but we hardly use the option of targeting our audiences using these audience segments. Then we have the option of optimization score. Okay, so now when you make any campaign in Google Ad account, you get the optimization score over here. Right now it's a new account, that's why we're not having the optimization score, but usually you get the optimization score from the range of 50 to 100. Now let's say if you're having the 60% optimization score, then Google gives you some recommendations. These recommendations appears in this recommendation tab, and from here you simply have to adopt all of these recommendations. So let's say here we have these recommendations available, and Google is asking us to apply these recommendations in the account. Adding these Google recommendations means now we are having a better optimization score, which means that chances of daily budget consumption is also increasing for us. Then at level 2, we can optimize the campaign using different keywords. So first one was all about consuming the daily budget. This option, this level 1, was not helping you to improve the campaign performance in terms of lead generation. But from here, from level 2, we are talking about how do we improve the campaign performance. So now we can improve the campaign performance. We can optimize the campaign using the different keyword match types. So what we can do at level 1, we have to go through the keyword match types. Okay, so at level 1, we simply have to go through the keyword match type. But before we do so, we go through the search term report. Now let's say this is our campaign. Then in this campaign, we have all of these ad groups. In the ad groups, we have the search keywords. Now against all of these search keywords, we can simply pull up a report which is search terms. This search term report tells us what people are actually typing against all these keywords. So let's say if we want to check the user searches against one single keyword, we can simply go back to this search keywords tab. We can click on the keyword, and then we can get into the search term report. This report shows us that people who have seen our ad, they have typed nose pin, naak ki bali, naak ki nose ring, naak ki nathni, and they have also typed long list of searches starting going to nose pressing, going to mukhuti, which we have already added in negative, going to Nagfuli, I don't know what does it mean, in fact, going to Madrasi nose pin, going to Noj pin, okay, Maharashtrian nose pin, going to Mukhuti, going to Goldnath, going to Sapne mein nose pin, I don't know what does it mean, Sani mein nose pin. Now you'll find a lot of funny searches over here sometimes. So you'll find searches like Tawali nose pin. You will find searches like Nag Chabi. Now, so first of all, you have to go through all these keywords. And now you are feeling that these keywords, which you have added in phrase match, if you find a lot of searches over here are not relevant, what you are selling on the website, you can simply change the match type of this keyword from phrase match to exact match. Or if you are having this keyword in broad match, you can simply change the match type from broad match to phrase match. Having keyword changing means now you are going to show the ads to the more relevant audience. Then at level 2, at keyword 2, we can simply remove the keywords with irrelevant search terms. So you can find a lot of keywords over here which are not relevant. So let's say, okay, so right now we are looking into one single keyword. Let's say I take you into all the search keywords. And now we go through the search terms of all of these keywords one by one. But let's say we find that any keyword over here is delivering results, is getting users on very non-relevant searches, the searches which are not even up to mark. I guess I have already removed some keywords because those keywords were not making sense. So let me get into those keywords so I can give you a few examples of it. Bull nose ring, oh my god. Okay, so let's say I go through this keyword nose jewelry, which I removed, and let's say I go through the search term of nose jewelry. Now you can see people were looking for Naki Bali, Naki Nathni, Nathia design. People were looking for terms like bridal nath, Naki Bali, 4-gram nath design. So you can see the searches are more happening towards nath and rather than going for nose pins. And nath is a bit different than nose pin. So I thought it's not a good idea to keep running the ads for nose jewelry. I thought it's better that we go with no spin keyword only. So that's one of the reasons why the campaign was not driving the relevant searches. So that's why I have removed this keyword from the list. So you can also go through all of these keywords one by one. You can review the search terms for the keywords in the list, and then you can remove the non-relevant, or you can pause the non-relevant keywords from the list. Then at KW3, we have keyword addition. So what we can do, just not removing the keywords help us. We also have to add some keywords in the campaign. So let's say I go through this keyword search terms again by clicking this keyword no spin and click on the search terms will take me to the search term report. And let's say this time I find that a keyword which is artificial no spin. I found one single keyword. Okay, let's say fancy no spin. I find this is a very relevant keyword. Okay, also before you optimize the campaign, you have to understand the business type. So we are optimizing or doing this activity for an artificial jewelry store. If we are doing this for artificial jewelry store, which means we have to get the right perception that we should know that we are doing this activity for getting the traffic who are looking for artificial buying artificial jewelries. So similarly, fancy nosepin is a pretty decent keyword for us. So what we can do, we can simply add this keyword as a keyword. We can simply click on add keyword, and if you want to add it in phrase, we simply enclose it within inverted commas, and this fancy nosepin can be added as a positive keyword. Perfect. Then the point number 4 in keywords is adding negative keywords. Now this is very important parameter of doing keyword optimization. We always have to make sure we are adding the negative keywords in this account. Now, if I just talk about this keyword, which is no spin, let me show you what I can add is as negative. So now in terms of searches, you can see people are searching for gold no spin design, diamond no spin design, then Nagfuli, I don't know what is people are looking for gold, Maharashtrian. So I can see all of these terms like gold, diamond, Maharashtrian are something where people, so in case of gold, people are looking to buy the actual gold jewelry. They're not looking to buy artificial ones. You will understand when you will go through the entire search term what people are exactly looking for. Also in comes case of Maharashtrian, they are looking for different kind of jewelries. They're looking for a particular jewelry from Maharashtra. Then for something like Gujarati again, Marathi again, then something like Sania Mirza, something like Nakchabi, something like. So what we can do, we can simply add all these terms, all these words, silver or Marathi, simple as negative keywords. Now we have two ways of adding negative keywords. One, we simply add these queries as negative. If we add these queries as negative means, then it means that these searches will be getting clogged. When next time somebody searches this exact query, then the ad will not appear. But rather than adding these searches as negative, I recommend people to make a list of different keywords with only one single word like Marathi, Gujarati, gold, diamond, and separately go to the negative keywords tab, which is available somewhere in the search term, search keywords over here, and simply add them as a single keyword. Add these keywords, something like this. Cool. Then we are done with keyword optimization part. Let's go to the third level, which is the bidding changes. Now, I remember I have been doing this bidding changing optimization for the longest time in my life, and we have 5 or 6 different ways to optimize the campaign on the bidding structure. Number 1, you improve the campaign performance on the basis of groups. So now let's say you have different groups in the campaign. So let's say you have 5 different groups in this campaign, and now you are realizing, okay, this group, which is group number 1, is delivering you the result in the maximum numbers, also at the lowest cost. So campaign optimization is not about delivering the numbers in terms of clicks only. You also have to make sure you are getting the conversions and also at a lesser cost. But before you get this conversion data, you have to look into doing these 3 activities. So for daily budgeting part, for keyword part, we can do it even without having the conversion tracking setup in this account. To go beyond it, we need to have the conversion data first. We need to apply the conversion code on the thank you page of the website or on the success page of the website. And we need to have at least 50 to 100 clicks of performance or maybe 1 week of performance data. Because after doing all these activities, after having this data, now we'll be having the conversion data over here. We cannot simply optimize the campaign on the basis of improvement in terms of sales without having this conversion data. Now, let's say we have 5 sales against no spin, and the cost per sale for no spin is 200 rupees. On the other hand, let's say we simply have 5 sales against Mehndi Ring as well, but this time we have a better conversion data. Let's say we are getting a sale from Mehndi Ring at the cost of 100 rupees. In that case, what we can do, we can simply bid high for Mehndi Ring. Now we will be having these bidding strategies, these bidding amounts open when we change the bidding strategy of the campaign from maximize clicks to manual CPC. Let me show you how to do that. So we simply have to come over here. Give me 1 second. We have to click on change bidding strategy. We have to go with not recommended option, and we simply change it to manual CPC. Okay, we don't optimize for conversion over here. Otherwise, this will be getting changed from manual CPC to enhanced CPC. And we click on save. After doing this, we will be having an option. Oops, it's not coming right now. I may have to refresh my campaign page. Give me a moment. And now you can see we have this option of bidding heavily against these groups or bidding lesser against these groups. So let's say if Mehndi Ring is having a better performance, I can bid with 15 rupees at Mehndi Ring, and I can also bid. Oops, my god, it needs a confirmation from my end. Google keeps doing this with me. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm getting a code at my mobile phone, which means I simply have to add this code over here. Oh my god, it's taking so much time. Cool. So now I can simply bid with 15 rupees against the ad group number 2, which is Mehndi Ring, and bid with lesser amount with 8 rupees for no spin, which is the group number 1. So now you know how you can bid on different groups. You simply have to increase bidding for the performing groups or maybe decrease bidding for the non-performing groups. And that's why it's always expected from you to create campaign in different groups. If you don't bifurcate the campaign in different groups, you will not be knowing the performance of the campaign, and it will become very difficult for you to optimize these campaigns. And now we simply have the option of increasing bids on the gender basis. Now you simply have to come into the gender audience data. You simply have to get into audience insight report. Then you have to get into when and where the ads were shown. And then, oh my god, we don't have the gender definitions over here. Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. There's a new interface and we have this gender options saved to somewhere else or hidden to somewhere else. So where has Google hidden this gender audience data? Okay, you have to get into audiences. Then over here you have this option of age and gender. Okay, I know it's okay. So you have to click over here. Now, if you see that females, for example, are having a lesser cost per sale, which means female are delivering sales to your products at a lesser cost. You simply have to bid or increase your bidding for females and decrease it for males. So you simply have to come over here and increase the bid adjustment for females by, let's say, 20%. Having a bid adjustment of 20% means now Google will be bidding more heavily on females, and the chances of showing ads to females will be getting higher than males. Then we have the option of increasing bidding or decreasing bid on the basis of their age ranges. Now you have one more data which is about age. Now let's you see if you find any of the age ranges in Google. We have the age ranges starting from 18 to 24, then 25 to 34, and goes beyond 65. So let's say you see this range, which is 25 to 34, is delivering you the sales at a lesser cost. You simply increase the bidding for that age range by clicking over here. Let's say if it's 25 to 34 for this ad group Mehndi Ring, we simply have to click over here, or we simply have to come over here and increase the bidding by 15%, which means now Google will be showing more ads in this age range, 18 to 24, against this ad group. Now, this is something which you have to change in the ad groups too. Then we can increase the bidding amounts on the hourly basis. This is the amazing way of optimizing the campaign. We have to go through the ad scheduling part. And first of all, we have to schedule our campaigns in different duration. Now, this is one way of seeing this report from here. Otherwise, you simply have an option to check out the hourly report. Now, how do we check out the performance hourly report? Now, you have two ways. One, you can go into overview, and from here, you'll be seeing the performance on this hourly basis. So you can simply click over here, which means conversions. You simply click on all conversions, and you can see at what hours of the day you are getting the highest conversions. Now let's you find that in the evening hours you are getting the conversions at a lower cost. You simply bid heavily on these evening hours, but for that you have to create the ad schedulings. So ad scheduling means you'll be seeing, or you can simply click over here, and from here also you can see this that I'm sorry, and from here you'll get to know at what numbers or at what hours you'll be having the maximum number of sales, also at a lower cost. So you always have to look for the lesser cost as well. Sometimes you don't get the data completely over here, so you can go in the overview, or you have one more options. You can go into tools and you can create a report from here. Now, where do we have the report options hidden? Oh my goodness, why the hell we don't have this option? Okay, the reason I'm not able to find these reports is because it's a very new Google account interface. I would work on this other interface, and it looks something like this. And from here, it was quite easy for me to pull up all these reports. We had this option of reports available over here, but Google has taken away this report option. Now this report option is available in Insight and Reports. So over here, you can simply come into Reports Editor, and from here, you can simply create the reports on the hourly basis. I know it's a bit tricky. That's why it's better that you go into the overview tab of this Google Ads interface. Then let's quickly come into the fifth option, which is location based optimization. Now you simply have to pull up a location based report. So you simply get into Insights and Reports, go to Reports Editor, and create a report on the base of locations. Now, if you simply want me to pull up this report, I know it's going to take time, then I'll simply click over here, create report. Okay, I'll choose the performance summary, campaign performance, and I will add location option over here, LOCATI on target location. I'll add the city over here, and this shows me that we have received, okay, with the location option. Okay, so now you can see we have received 29 clicks from Delhi. We have received 4 clicks from New Delhi, 3 clicks from Patna, 2 clicks from Noida, and similarly we can add the additional columns. The one we have to look at is the cost per conversion. If we realize that Delhi is delivering us the sales or conversions at a lesser cost, then we simply have to bid heavily for Delhi. For that, we have to come back into our Google Ad account. We have to get under locations somewhere over here, and we can bid heavily for Delhi. We can increase the bidding by 20%, let's say. And now Google will be showing more ads towards Delhi. So you can see now we are optimizing the campaign. Now that's how we can simply decrease the sale of a lead in the campaign. So Google and Meta is all about optimizing these campaigns. At the end, we can simply do the device bid adjustment at device level. So now we can go through the device performance report. This device performance report is visible in Google Ads somewhere in the devices option. Oh my God, where's the device option now? You have to get into when and where your ads showed. You have to get into devices, and here you'll find the device performance. So right now you can see all of these clicks which we have received has come from mobile phones. But let's say if you find the option where the desktops are giving you the lesser cost per conversion, or maybe having a higher conversion rate, then you can simply bid high for computers. So now you can, how do you improve the performance? By changing the bidding strategies. And clients will always be asking you, or when you go in any interview, then the manager always asks you the questions of optimizing the campaigns. So now using these 6 options, you can simply optimize the campaign. Then another important parameter is the quality score and ad rank. Now, before we talk about the quality score improvement, we have to understand the quality score parameters. So we have 6 parameters. In fact, we have 3 parameters of quality score, which is below average, average, and above average. So we have these 3 parameters. I call them uh, like below average means BA, average A, above average means AA. However, in Google, you get these scores from 1 to 10. Let me show you what exactly I'm talking about. So I simply have to take you back into the account, go to the keywords, and add the quality score parameters over here. Now, usually you have these by default columns against these keywords. Just in case if you don't have these columns, you simply get into columns option and you type in quality score. You simply click over here and you add the parameters of quality score, which are expected CTR, which means click through rate, ad relevancy, and landing page experience. And you click on apply. Now you can see for this account, we don't have the quality scores updated, but had it been updated, we would be having these numbers as below average, which means BA, average or above average, again below average, average or above average, again below average, average or above average. And this quality score gets calculated according to these 3 parameters. Now let's say we have the quality score of 4 over here. We have the quality score 5 of 5 over here. Now Google takes a while to develop the quality scores, but let's say you have some quality score available. Number one, how do you improve the ad relevancy? If this ad relevancy of the quality score parameter is low, then you simply make a relevant and excellent ad copy to achieve above 3 quality score. So above 3 means you are having above average quality score. If you have a lesser CTR, then you have to bid highly initially to get more than 10 CTR, more than 10% CTR, I'm sorry, to achieve above 3 of the quality score. Landing page experience, if you have it low, if you have it below average, then you simply have to increase the website speed, make it mobile friendly, add more keywords on the website, make it more engaging. Oh my god, how the hell I wrote uh, wrong spelling. It's still wrong. Then you have to make sure it's having a lesser bounce rate. You have to make sure it's having the right call to action buttons and having a solution driven website or having a solution driven landing page. Engaging. Cool. Now, extension is something which is not defined as the one of the main parameters of quality score. But trust me, if you have the better ad extensions, if you have all the ad extensions in the account, your CTR will improve, which will eventually help you to improve the quality score and ad ranks of your Google Ad accounts. So keep more than 4 ad extensions in the quality scores. So it's like what I have seen is like your 3 numbers for quality score are driven by ad relevancy, remaining 3 are for CTR, the remaining 3 are for LP, and remaining 1 number can be added to the extension. So in total, you can achieve the quality score of 10, which is very, very difficult to achieve. Okay, now setting up the right bidding strategy. Now it's very difficult to choose what bidding strategies you apply for your different campaigns. If I talk about search campaign, it starts with maximize click bidding strategy, for which you simply have to go to the campaign settings somewhere in the campaign. Okay, I have to click on back. I have to click on campaigns, go to campaigns, then go to campaign settings by simply clicking over here. So in this campaign, which is a search campaign, you have the bidding strategies starting with maximize clicks, which means we can apply a one bidding amount to the entire campaign. We have maximize conversions, which means we can apply a target cost per acquisition, which we call it CPA. Then we have the maximize conversion value. Then we have the target impression share, and we have the manual CPC. In total, we have 5 or 6 bidding strategies over here. In manual CPC, you also have the enhanced CPC option. Now the question is which bidding strategy you use. Now I can tell you my practice. I started maximize clicks. If I'm not concerned about having a separate bidding amount for different keywords, and I always apply a limit over this maximize bidding click strategy, maximize click bidding strategy. So let's say if I go with 10 rupees, I make sure all the keywords are following the same bidding strategy, and then when I see I need to improve the keyword, like the bidding for any keywords, or if I need to improve the bidding for any ad groups, then I simply go from maximize clicks to manual CPC bidding strategy. Now, after a while, let's say after 14 days, I always check if this campaign can perform better at maximize conversion target CPA bidding strategy. In fact, Google also recommends you what you should be putting as the target CPA amount. Now, having the target CPA means the campaign is going to be optimized by Google. You don't have to take care of the optimization now. Google will be doing all the optimization work on your behalf, which means all the optimizations which you have done already at bidding strategy level, this will get removed. Uh, I mean, not at bid strategy, all the optimization that you have done at bid changes level will get removed. So now, if you have improved any bidding at group level, gender level, age level, hour level, Google will take control of all of your bidding changes over here. And Google will itself try to optimize your campaign if you go with maximize conversion bidding strategy. So that's why I said, and it's always not good going with maximize clicks or maximize conversion bidding strategy. You have to keep a check on the campaign. You have to check in which of these bidding strategies campaign is performing the right results, campaign is giving you the better conversion rates. Now, once you compare these three bidding strategies, then you can simply go with one of the bidding strategy in the campaign. In fact, it may happen with you that for this month, your target CPA is working better than the target maximize clicks, but then for the next month, you have to switch back to manual CPC. So it all depends upon the campaign performance in that particular duration. Then we have the option of optimization score. Never adopt random auto recommendations and keep optimization score of more than 90%. Cool. So optimization scores are for campaigns. Let's say if you create any campaign, you get this number over here. And if you click over here, you will get into recommendations tab where Google will be asking you to automatically adopt all these recommendations. So I'm asking you not to adopt these recommendations automatically. You can simply go through it, adopt it, or you can dismiss it. And doing this means you can simply improve the optimization scores. At level 7, remove search or display network partners. Now, let me show what exactly I'm talking about. So when you make a campaign, this campaign shows your ad in three different places. It shows your ad at search network, which means Google search. It shows your ad at Google search partners. It also shows your ad at Google display network. That's right. So when you make any campaign, and if you choose this option, which is display network, you show the ads at three different networks. And once you do so, you don't know which of these networks is performing better for you, which you can see by clicking on this segment button and opening the option of network with search partners. This will show you the performance at Google search, the performance at Google partners, and once you apply display network as well, you will also get the performance at search display partners. In fact, now you can see for this campaign, we have received maximum clicks from the search partners. We have not received clicks from Google search. So far I was thinking we have received these 49 clicks from Google search. You must have been thinking the same, that these 49 clicks have come from Google search. But look at this number. These 39 clicks have actually come from search partners. And the worst part is we don't even know what all search partners have shown our ads. These search partners could be websites like AOL, any other search engine. These websites could be like DuckDuckGo. It could be like YouTube.com, which is also a Google search partner. I know you must be thinking it's a video platform. How the hell a text ad, a Google search ad can appear at YouTube, but it can appear on YouTube. It does appear on YouTube when you make a search at YouTube. So your text ad also appears at youtube.com. And you can also find that the bidding amount is very high at Google search compared to search partners, which means these search partners are not as valuable as Google search. I'm just thinking right now, but you will get to know the actual result when you have this conversion data, and also you have the conversion cost per conversion data. So now if you have these three networks over here, if you find the two networks are not working good for you, you simply remove these two networks. However, you cannot remove Google search as a network from the campaign. This option of Google search will always stick and stay with the campaign. Then we have the option of audiences. Now audience is something, if you add the audience list in a search campaign, then your campaign narrows down to the audience category only. So what you can do after starting the campaign, you can also add the different audiences in the campaign. In the campaign, you can come over here, which is the audience tab. You can go to add audience segments. You can go to campaigns, and you can target your ads to show to these options. Maybe people who are interested in fine jewelry, people who are interested in jewelry and watches, people who are interested in necklace, people who are interested in wedding and engagement ring. It depends on what audience you want to keep for your search campaign. Now these options are primarily made for display campaign. These are actually being used in a display campaign, but you can also filter these options for a search campaign. But here you have two options. One is targeting. If you use targeting, then it means your ads will be shown to audience who are interested in any of these four categories, and then searching for your search ad, and then then typing the keyword in Google. So now the ads will be narrowed down to people who are falling in both these categories. So your ads will be getting narrowed down. It simply says narrow your reach to your campaign to the selected segments. However, if you want to go with observation, then it means your ads will now get broadened. It will show to the people who are typing these keywords. Additionally, it will also show to the audiences who are falling under these in market list. So you have to choose very wisely this audience categories. Otherwise, it could really make you show your ads to the non-required audiences. So now I'm done with this 7 level of campaign optimization. I'm also feeling a bit lazy now. I think I can go off this video, but before I do so, I would want to ask you to do some practical exercises. So people who have opted for this training course of Google Ads training, I simply want them to go through this module, which is all about search campaign optimization, and then I want them to do some activities. Now, you must not be thinking about doing the activities. I know that whenever we as a human learn anything, we just want to get off from the topic. Now we want to do anything else. But trust me, if we don't do the activation exercises, if we don't do anything practical after learning anything, we just cannot retain that information in our minds. So it's highly recommended that you do some activities. If not now, then maybe take a while, take a break, and then you come back to the Google Ad account and do some optimization by yourself. You can start with doing optimization at a search campaign using the search term report. Just go through the search term report and try to do the keyword level optimization. How to do that? You simply come back into this campaign optimization sheet, which I was showing you, and do it using keywords. Like add some keywords, remove some keywords, change the mesh types of the keywords, or maybe you add some negative keywords. Then you do optimization using age and gender. Also, you do optimization using device and location. Now, this is something which you can only do if you have an active account running. If you don't have an active account running, you cannot optimize the campaign. So this video is for people who are already having an active campaign, or maybe for people who want to learn or who want to run an active campaign in the future. So before running the active campaigns, before running the advertisement for different clients, you would be having good understanding of how do you optimize the campaigns in the future. I'll be seeing you in the next video.